Well, what is it, guys? It is another beautiful day out today. I had to move spots around the park because today is Easter, by the way. So I hope you guys are enjoying Easter. Spending some time with family, but yeah, there's a lot of people up here at the park, so I gotta kind of hide over here in the corner. Looks like, actually kind of surprised no one's over here because there's like a bunch of trees and stuff like that. But I do know that there's typically a lot of people out here on their houses and things like that too. But anyways, we're gonna make this a shorter video. So today we're gonna be talking about why alcoholics actually hate themselves. And so this is gonna be kind of like a broad topic of like any kind of like people who use like substance abuse, but then also this kind of applies to people who don't take care of themselves at all, like they eat really bad food, drink sodas and all that, which is, when you think about it, a lot of these addictions and like a general broad subject of everything, this actually becomes, you start thinking, wait, so is truth saying that everyone hates themselves? Well, we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit. So a healthy human who loves themselves and wants to live and prosper will not be an alcoholic, right? So what is alcohol? Well, alcohol is essentially poisoning yourself. And when you're an addict, now granted, there might be some trauma or something that this person hasn't resolved, but that still leads them into a vicious cycle of hating themselves, right? So no sane, perfect, like healthy human being is going to want to end themselves. And so any human being that does this, they don't love themselves. It's pretty much the point that I'm trying to get to. And now you might be thinking, okay, well, these people don't actually hate themselves, right? Like they are themselves. Well, the problem is I think that what's happening is they are doing this subconsciously. And like I said, it's because there is some kind of trauma or something that they have not gotten over. Typically, a lot of these trauma issues happen when someone is younger, and they also are not getting the revenge that they need to have in order to get over what kind of traumatic experience actually happened to them. And because they aren't able to get their revenge because of the system that we live in, or it's too risky or whatever, they end up having to cope with the trauma and the abuse and the tough times that they went through in their life, and they cope with that with using substances, alcohol, things like that, right? Also, other people have like insecurity issues, so they eat a lot and they get big because they want to protect themselves or like feel like they're safer. So they put a shell basically around themselves as like a whole add-on to their body, right? Like it's a whole nother layer of another being on top of them, right? So it's like, I look at it as like a shell, like when people are like super fat. I don't know if you guys are kind of following me on that, but yeah, when you have all these issues going on, there's no way that you could argue that these people actually like love themselves, right? Or care about themselves, because they don't. And I think a lot of people too, on top of it, like even though they might say, oh yeah, like I know for example being fat is bad for me, but I feel like a lot of them don't truly understand like just how bad it is, because they're living in it, but they're not actually like experiencing the ramifications until it's too late. There's already a lot of damage. But I would say the human body is pretty resilient, so you actually are given a lot of chances, I think. The body's also able to adapt, change the like blood pressure that you have. That's why like the blood pressure, like people take blood pressure medicine, is because the body is actually trying to adapt to an unhealthy environment, and it's pumping the blood quicker because it's trying to get through the veins that are clogged up, right? And then people take blood pressure medicine. It's like, well, your body's actually trying to fight against your unhealthy like conditions. Look at all these little squirrels, dude. I don't know if you can see them, but there's like one like right there. It's like a lot of little squirrels out here. It's kind of funny. Yeah, springtime's really nice. It's getting a little toasty though. Around like 80 degrees it gets like a little bit toasty. So, but anyways, yeah, I just kind of wanted you guys to like think about that. Like, would a healthy, happy human being do something that kills them I guess we could even talk about like kills themselves. We can even talk about like adrenaline junkies as well too. Like some people are very all about like adrenaline and feeling the rush, and doing risky things with their own life, but like, do those people really care about their life, or do they have any value? And I think that most of what it is just because people are unhealthy, and because they're unhealthy, they're depressed or overweight and things like this, and they do these things that are like unnatural. Oh, these little squirrels are like going to town on these nuts over here. I don't know, are these actual, does someone feed nuts over here? I think someone actually gave nuts to these squirrels. Oh yeah, they have like peanuts over here. It's funny. They're just chomping on the peanuts. Okay, well anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this other video, and I will see you guys. They're all scurrying around and getting scared now. I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, peace.